Hi, Kay Reeve here, and I have got another update for you on the book Brain Unchained that is coming very, very soon. Today has been an epic milestone in a very, very long journey. When I think back to having had my son 26 years ago and the journey we've been through emotionally, traumatically, the successes and the pitfalls we've had over the last 26 years, that it has all come through to today, finally, the book being submitted to Amazon. Wow. We are there. We have made it this far. But it's not the final step because Amazon now need to approve the book over the next few days. There will be a slight delay from there as I've got to get a load of stuff ordered for me so that I've got some copies here, and then it should be early to middle of next week we will be looking at doing a release of the book. I will finally be able to share with you the link. We'll be able to get it out there, get it on sale. So if anybody wants a copy by Christmas, if you're lucky and you've got Amazon Prime, you might just get a hard copy or a paperback copy in the post in time. It's going to be pushing it now. But the main thing is the Kindle version, the digital download, will be available before Christmas, providing there is no hurdles that I have not seen. And if there are, we'll deal with them when it happens. But at the moment, it's absolutely amazingly looking like the book will be out for Christmas. We're then going to have a launch date, an official launch in January, and it'll be somewhere around the 2nd to the 4th of January. But I will confirm as soon as I know, because there are certain things we have to put in place once the book is released to be able to request the price to be dropped in January so that we can get a special offer out to you for the official launch. And you will then have 5 days to catch it at that lower price, which I'm really excited. I'm going to do lots of online events. I will be online more during those 5 days, trying to connect with you. I'll be there to answer questions if you need to know anything about the book. If you haven't seen anything about the book, I did a release a week or two ago about the cover and the title. So it explains about the book in that if you want to go and find it. And I'll put the link to it under this post as well. Although saying that, if you're on LinkedIn, I haven't put that one on LinkedIn, so I'll have to copy that one across. But yes, I did do an update on that. So yeah, that's it. Brain Unchained. Shining a light on depression and raising emotional awareness for teenagers and young adults. This is the story of, and it's not a story. Why did I say that? It's not a story. It's a workbook style, collection of strategies and coping techniques. And it's a blueprint for how to manage your emotions. It's a blueprint for understanding emotional awareness, what changes your emotions and what the root causes are, and reverse engineering that back to happy emotions, or for at least understanding why you have certain patterns around certain thinking processes. It's a way that it is going to help teenagers to reconnect with themselves, reconnect with their parents, their life around them, and actually find a purpose in life again when they feel lost. For parents, I tell you what, if parents are seeing their teenagers or young children, their young adults struggling to connect with life, especially this year, if they are stuck on Xboxes and mobile phones all the time, or they're hanging around with the wrong crowds, and they're displaying what may appear to be typical teenage behaviour, just be aware this might not actually be just typical behaviour, but signs of something else going on emotionally that they don't know the strategies for working through. And this book is going to provide that. So don't give up. Don't just accept teenage behaviour as an excuse for bad behaviour or bad habits, or them not connecting, being stuck in the bedroom, not talking to you, grunting and groaning all the time, wanting to watch hours and hours of television without getting up to feed, eat properly, or look after themselves properly. These are all signs of something going on in the mind. It's not saying it's the same for every teenager or every young adult, but this is definitely signs that there's something there worth investigating in terms of having a conversation with them, trying to connect with them and find out how they're feeling, why they're feeling that, what's going on in their life. They might not know how to tell you or how to recognise it themselves, and may just need that little bit of support. So that's what this book is for. and it's there to help you all. I know how difficult it is to get help these days. And when teenagers are really in the depths of depression and they're really struggling and they're very aggressive and angry or tearful all the time on the deeper level of emotional issues, I know more than ever it is really, really difficult to get access to help for them. Instead of having to wait months and months on end only to get to an appointment and I'm having a good day and saying, oh no, I'm fine, there's nothing wrong, and getting dismissed again, here's a book that you can be working through in the meantime. And you may find when you get the other end, you might not even need that appointment. This book is not necessarily going to be the ultimate answer for everybody. There will still be some people who will need professional help. That goes without saying. This is not a therapy book. It is a self-help book. Self being the important word here. They have to be in a position to want to help themselves. And that begins with awareness. Being aware that they have an emotional issue. And that might mean, as a parent, reading parts of the book first and using the end of every section's got a parent toolbox, a little coping strategy for taking a book that is written for the purpose of a teenager and using that in context of conversation for you to help them through, to be there with them, hold their hand, shine a light in the dark days, and give them hope for a better future. So this book is about how, as a mum who had a teenager who was completely disconnected with life, completely disconnected with his own emotions, was chronically depressed, and I do mean chronically depressed, suicidal for years, and got to a point where I really did not know from day to day whether I was going to get a phone call from the police or the undertakers to say whether or not my son was coming home, or whether it was him ringing up to say, oh, I've had a bad day, or I'm angry, or I'm feeling suicidal, or whatever. That's a stressful time for a parent as well, to be living with a teenager like that. You need help too. Believe me, I know. I could have done with this book back then, but I didn't have the book. I didn't have the system. I didn't have the support. I had a teenager who refused all the help that was offered, and it left me dealing with it all. Me being the one to pick up the pieces over and over and over again, until I found a way to help him and reconnect him with himself, reconnect him with life. We reconnected as a family, and now he's an amazing young man who thoroughly, thankfully appreciates and understands that this book is there to help you, because our story of trauma has turned into a story of success that is there to support you. He knows this, and he understands what he went through, what I went through, and how our story has turned it, how our backstory has turned into a system that can support your family, your teenager, you as a parent. And we really want you to know that you don't have to fight this alone. I can't be there to hold hands with every parent in the world one-on-one. I can't be there to guide you through it one-on-one. I'm only one person, and I can't win a war of trying to reduce the global suicide rates on my own by talking to everybody one-on-one. But through the book, and I will be doing some courses at some point in the new year as well. That's the next step. But for now, through the book is there. That book is me helping you. Make the most of it. Be ready to make changes and have a much better year in 2021. So listen out in the next couple of weeks. Next week for the launch, I will come back. Follow my pages. I've got pages and groups on Facebook. Make sure you follow those. Hit any likes or notification buttons. Share some likes down here as well, please, or any comments if you think this is of value to you. If you think the upcoming book could be of value to anybody you know who's got a teenager who's struggling, or a young adult who's struggling to integrate into adult life, please let them know, because do you know what? Just sharing that link could be the greatest gift you give this Christmas. It really could. And it could be the greatest gift that will take them through next year. Thank you very much for watching. I fully appreciate the time you've taken to listen to me waffle on about my book. I love it. I'm so excited about this book. It's been a very rough journey, but I'm so excited about seeing how this book can change the lives of thousands of other people. And it will only do that if you help me, please, to share the link. That is all I'm asking. It's free for you to do that and connect other people with their purpose, with the future, with this book, with a system that's a blueprint for managing their emotions. And let's tackle teenage depression and suicide awareness together. Have a very happy Christmas if I don't speak to you personally before then. And look out for all the next videos. There will be lots more coming. Take care for now. Bye.